A clouded mind is like a messy room. You know something valuable is hidden there, but it's buried under clutter. In this era where information floods every corner but attention is rare, the ability to think with clarity isn't just useful, it's a form of power. Today, noise drowns out truth and distraction is easier than discipline. But clarity is still within reach. As one line states, silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. Centuries ago, the Stoics wrestled with the same inner storms of thought and emotion that we face now. Their teachings still slice through confusion with precision. If you've ever felt scattered, restless, or weighed down by mental noise, this is for you. Here are 10 striking Stoic insights to help you strip away the fog, sharpen your judgment, and step into life with intention and strength. This isn't shallow inspiration, it's practical, unfiltered truth. If you're ready to face your inner chaos head-on, let's begin. 1. Choose stillness. In a world dominated by constant alerts and endless feeds, stillness is an act of rebellion. It doesn't mean hiding away in silence forever, but taking short intentional pauses to return to yourself. Stillness helps you distinguish between your true thoughts and the endless noise from the outside. Nowhere is there a more peaceful retreat than within your own soul. It reminds you that strength isn't only in action but also in knowing when to stop. In stillness, the mind rests, resets, and sharpens. Without stillness, decisions are reactive. With it, you can respond deliberately and clearly. 2. Challenge what you assume. Most of what clouds our clarity isn't reality, it's assumptions. These quiet beliefs are built from upbringing, fear, or untested traditions. But assumptions can easily blind us. If you never question them, you'll be trapped in someone else's version of life. We are troubled more by imagination than by reality. When you challenge assumptions, you step outside your mental cage. It's not about doubting everything, it's about asking if what you believe is true, useful, and aligned with your purpose. By doing so, you shed false weight, see reality more accurately, and make choices that reflect who you truly are. 3. Control only what's yours. Worrying about things beyond your control drains mental clarity. The opinions of others, the economy, unexpected obstacles all lie outside your reach. What belongs to you are your thoughts, choices, and actions. You may not control circumstances, but you always control your response. This distinction is powerful because it pulls you back from helplessness into responsibility. The world will always contain chaos, but when you act only where you have power, you find strength. Clarity grows when you stop scattering energy on what cannot be changed and invest it instead on what is firmly within your grasp. 4. Simplify relentlessly. Modern life is drowning us in complexity. Too many commitments, too much clutter, too many distractions. But clarity thrives in simplicity. Simplifying doesn't mean living with nothing, it means removing what isn't essential. Happiness requires very little, it is found in the way you choose to think. When you simplify your environment, your routines, and your goals, your mind clears. Simplicity is a filter that keeps only what matters. By stripping away the unnecessary, you sharpen focus, reduce stress, and gain the ability to see your priorities without distortion. In simplicity, life becomes more direct, manageable, and meaningful. 5. Commit to growth. Clarity thrives in progress, not stagnation. A fixed mindset convinces you that you're trapped as you are, but a growth mindset unlocks possibilities. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Growth is messy, uncomfortable, and full of mistakes, but every challenge you face becomes a teacher. Every failure shows you a new angle of truth. Clarity emerges because you see that nothing is final, everything is evolving. By committing to growth, you treat each obstacle as sharpening your mind. Life then becomes less about fear of failure and more about the clarity of continuous improvement. 6. Listen with full attention. Most people only half listen, preparing their reply instead of truly hearing. But deep listening is a discipline that clarifies thinking. Everything heard is opinion, everything seen is perspective, not truth. Active listening means focusing completely, without distraction, on understanding others. It's not weakness, it's intelligence. Listening reveals blind spots in your own perspective. It deepens your relationships and uncovers truths you'd otherwise miss. By practicing it, you learn patience and humility. Clarity grows because you stop assuming you already know everything. Instead, you discover that listening is one of the sharpest tools for understanding both yourself and others. 7. Accept that all things end. Clarity disappears when we fight against reality. Everything in life, moments, people, opportunities, eventually passes. Our resistance to this truth blinds us with denial. Time flows like a river, once seen, each moment is gone and replaced by another. Accepting impermanence doesn't make life sadder, it makes it sharper. When you understand that every moment is fleeting, you stop wasting time. You live with more intention. Clarity arrives when you no longer cling to what's leaving but instead embrace what is here. Acceptance clears away illusions, freeing you from the pain of resistance and anchoring you to reality. 8. Protect your focus. Your attention is the most valuable currency of your life. Every click, notification, and distraction is designed to steal it. When you give it away carelessly, clarity fades. You become what you devote your attention to. Protecting focus is about discipline, choosing what deserves your time and cutting away what doesn't. Guarding your focus keeps your mind sharp and intentional. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters without interruption. When you direct your attention deliberately, clarity strengthens, productivity rises, and your life aligns with your highest priorities rather than being scattered by noise. 9. Face fear instead of running. Fear is a master of distortion. It inflates small obstacles into massive threats and convinces you to avoid action. But most fears collapse when confronted. Most of our fears never come to pass. Facing fear is how you reclaim clarity. By looking directly at what scares you, you separate illusion from reality. You realize the monster in your head is often smoke, not fire. Fear only grows stronger when avoided. But once faced, its power fades. Courage sharpens perception, allowing you to see situations as they are. Facing fear clears fog and reveals the truth hidden beneath. 10. Stand by your principles. Emotions are waves, powerful but unstable. If you make decisions based only on emotions, clarity vanishes. Principles, however, are steady ground. They don't bend when storms hit. Don't waste time debating what a good person should be. Be one. Living by principle ensures your actions are rooted in integrity, not momentary impulses. Clarity grows because principles filter decisions. What aligns, you do; what doesn't, you refuse. While emotions shift daily, principles anchor you consistently. They free you from confusion in hard moments and give your life direction. A principled life is a clear life, no matter the storm. Final note: clarity isn't luck. It's practice. The Stoics carved out timeless methods to pierce through confusion, and their tools are just as practical now as they were centuries ago. Stillness, questioning, control, simplicity, growth, listening, acceptance, focus, courage, and principle: 10 disciplines for a sharper, stronger mind. As one line says, live your philosophy, don't just speak it. The world will never stop being loud and distracting. But you don't have to join the noise. Clarity is possible, and it begins with choosing these practices daily. The question remains, will you choose it?